Long ago, in a peaceful African village surrounded by tall palm trees and fertile farmlands, there lived two neighbors named Okon and Akane. They had lived side by side for many years, but everyone knew they were not alike. Okon was an honest farmer. His word was his bond, and he believed that truth alone could never fail. Akane, on the other hand, was clever, calculating, and always looking for ways to take advantage of others. One planting season, Okon sold a large piece of farmland to Akane. Since they had known each other for years, Okon accepted only a small deposit. Akane promised to pay the remaining balance after the harvest. Because they trusted each other, they signed no document. They invited no witnesses. They wrote no agreement. Months later, after a successful harvest, Okon went to collect the remaining payment. Akane looked him straight in the eyes and said, "Old friend, I owe you nothing. I bought no land from you." Okon laughed, believing it was a joke, but Akane repeated himself, "You have no proof that I owe you." The matter was taken before the king's court, where the village chief and his council of elders settled disputes. On the day of judgment, the entire village gathered beneath the ancient Iroko tree. The chief asked Okon to present his case. With confidence, Okon stepped forward. "My king, I speak nothing but the truth. This man bought my land and promised to complete the payment after harvest." The chief listened carefully. Then he asked, "Do you have a written agreement?" "No, my king." "Did anyone witness the transaction?" "No, my king." "Do you have any record that the balance was never paid?" "No, my king." The chief remained silent. Then Akane stepped forward carrying a folded document. "My king," he said calmly, "here is a receipt showing I completed payment." He also brought two men who claimed they had witnessed the final payment. The paper was false. The witnesses had been bribed, but no one in the court knew that. The elders examined the document. They questioned the witnesses. Everything appeared complete. Okon shouted, "They are lying! That receipt is fake! Those men were never there!" The chief raised his hand for silence. "My son," he said gently, "we do not judge by anger or emotion. We judge by what can be proven." The chief struck his staff upon the ground. Judgment is entered in favor of Akane. The crowd fell silent. Okon could not believe what had happened. Outside the court, an old village elder walked beside him and said, "My son, today you have learned a lesson that many people learn too late. Truth and evidence are not the same. You may possess the truth, but if you cannot prove it, the law cannot protect you." From that day onward, the people of the village changed their ways. Whenever they sold land, they wrote agreements. Whenever they lent money, they kept records. Whenever they made important promises, they called witnesses. And parents told their children, "Honesty will give you peace before God, but evidence will protect you before men." So remember this ancient lesson from our fathers. Never depend on truth alone. When your rights matter, keep evidence. For in the court of law, truth is powerful, but only evidence can prove it.